Okay, hello and welcome everyone. I believe we are live. Sorry about the delay here. Had a technical difficulty. It was the wrong programming for today's show, so it sent me to a different show, and I wasn't able to log on. But luckily, our tech guy was sitting right here in the office and was able to sort it out. So thanks for your patience. If you're in here waiting, this is live Q&A on investing in Ecuador. For now, we're doing this every Friday at 4:30 Ecuador time, which is currently Central Time. Ecuador does not switch over when during daylight savings. So let me know if you're in the chat, if you can hear me. Hopefully I'm coming in loud and clear. Give a couple of minutes here for people to file in, but definitely throw the questions in the chat and I will get to them. We'll go for about a half an hour or so, talk about investing in Ecuador or anything else that you want to throw at me. It is Friday. It's a beautiful day here in Vilcabamba. Sitting at the office, we're actually changing offices. We rented a little bit bigger office up on the higher side of town. I think we'll keep this one for the retreats and potentially tours, so that'll be fun. And we'll remodel it a little bit, but we definitely need a bigger space. We don't even have space in here for a conference center or individual offices or anything, and it tends to be a lot of noise and so on and so forth. But we like the block. It's a nice block, so we'll keep it for other purposes. A couple of people starting to file in. Hey, Robert. Hey, Chris, Richard. Good to see you guys here. Appreciate it. Okay, so I'll jump into it and we'll go from here. So Richard asks, will the upcoming seminar be available online to those of us planning to move to Ecuador, but not there yet and unable to attend? I'm going to copy that question and I'm going to put it into a little group chat that we have on that. We've been kicking that idea around about making it available online, obviously at a steeply discounted rate. We have not made that decision yet, but it's interesting that you're asking the question. Maybe we'll be implementing that. So I'm going to remind my team about that. Definitely a decision we need to make, but good chance, yes, good chance that we will. We're looking into what that would look like on the technology side. If we do offer that, we definitely want to make sure that it's done right and people can actually get value out of it, because that is the point. So I will I'll get back to you on that. Give me a couple of weeks to make that decision, and we'll let you know. Richard, by the way, is talking about our first retreat, which is starting on July 16th. It's here in Vilcabamba. It's sort of a Ecuador 101, Vilcabamba 101, Ecuador boot camp. Get to know the area, get all the information, see the different areas, learn about the community, check out the restaurants, get all the panels and Q&As and expert info and all the advice and all that kind of stuff in an 8-day period. Stay at a beautiful hotel, have a great time, eat great food. So that'll be kicking off on July 16th. I think we're up to about 15 or so folks that have registered for that. I think we're capping it. I forget how many we're capping it at, but we've definitely got some spots left. So sign up for that. I will throw the link in the chat here, and we'll continue live. So again, if you guys have questions on investing, that is what we're doing here today, chatting about investing in Ecuador. I'm here to answer any questions you have. Definitely the investing chat has definitely been not as lively as the normal chat or the live Q&A, general Q&A, I should say, that Carl and I do on Thursdays. So yeah, if this doesn't end up being too much of a go here, I'll probably just cut the Friday investment chats, and people can throw their investment questions into the chat that's on Thursday. So yeah, hey Chris, thanks for saying hi. Robert, thanks for saying hi. Albert, glad you can hear. Yes, Stephen, definitely I am on Ecuadorian time in general. And but no, this was actually not a case of that. We had a technical difficulty. When you go into Zoom to open it up, it sent me to the wrong link, and I am technologically challenged. So we had to sort that out with the tech guy who was sitting here, luckily, and was able to take care of it. Definitely one of the nice things about life here, though. You do adjust to that sort of a little bit slower pace and a little bit more relaxed kind of attitude, atmosphere. I've definitely done that. It's been very much a healthy, good change for me. I still work really hard. I still, sort of on top of my stuff 100%, but I've also learned to, slow down and relax and enjoy life a little bit too, which is also important. Okay. William asks, when will new construction homes be coming on the market? Yeah, I mean, there's homes being built all the time. We have some plans internally, and there's some other folks working on this as well, to do a bunch of building here in the area because there is a bit of a shortage at the moment of newer homes for sale. Ecuador had a bit of a boom between 2008 and 2013, including this area, then a bit of a bust after that. Took many years to work through a lot of that inventory that went on the market in those bust years. Since then, we've started to boom again here over the last few. And by boom, by the way, I don't mean what boom sort of means back home. Ecuador, the real estate market in Ecuador is largely not a debt-based market, right? It's not financed. Most purchases are cash. And so when you start to boom here, it's a much sort of slower, more natural cycle than it is back home, where the credit is causing these bubbles and these rapid shoots up in price, these rapid increases in price and all that kind of stuff. So here it's not like that. However, the market is doing really well. It's very healthy right now. And we've worked through all that inventory, and really all the homes have been bought up. There's a few here and there. And so now the market's reacting to build new homes. So I'd say over the next 6 to 12 months, there's definitely going to be some nice new homes coming on the market. There also will be, if we're talking about this area, there also will be projects that are being sold in plans as well. So that's a nice opportunity for people also get a good deal, get a great house on a great piece of land. But I'd say 6 to 12 months is about as soon as you're going to see a lot of new inventory coming online. Okay, Rajina, forgive me on the pronunciation there, asks, hi dear, how is Catamayo? Are there any gringos living there? Catamayo, I like the climate. It's hot and dry. It's too hot probably for a lot of people. It's more so, mid 80s, can be in the upper 80s for sure. It's a drier area. It's a little bit like a desert. They get less rain out there. Rainy season is shorter, probably about 4 months or so out there. So it's a different climate. It's not a beautiful city. Some of the surrounding area is really nice. So there's area, south of Catamayo that is beautiful. And Catamayo is only about 45 minutes from Loja. It's an hour from Malacatos. The road between Malacatos and Catamayo, the back way, is very beautiful. The road between Catamayo and Loja is interesting. It gets very high up into the upper elevations, cool. And then south of there on the road that goes to Cariamanga, or the road that goes towards the coast, towards, let's say, towards Celica and that area to start out with. There's really beautiful areas all through there. The city itself is not pretty, it's not dangerous by any means, but there's definitely a little more crime there than there would be in Loja and other places like that. And it's not a ton of foreigners at all living in Catamayo. Pretty much it's really just for the airport that people go there. The valley itself is a lot of sugarcane. And it's a little bit about Catamayo. I got some friends here in North Carolina who are interested in investing there. Yeah, thanks, Chris. I think, that's a good decision in the current market environment. One of the things that is really exciting to me about places like Ecuador when it comes to investing, other than all the sort of stuff we already know, is in terms of it being an easy country to invest into, there not being restrictions to foreign ownership, there not being restrictions to investing, there's not restrictions on capital other than a 5% exit tax, which is now being lowered. There's good rule of law, all those kinds of things. It's dollarized as well. But one of the things that really, excites me about here for investing is that Ecuador is a country that is not affected in a negative way by inflation. It doesn't import a lot of things in general, and its largest export is food, which will if we end up in an inflationary environment, in an environment where we have issues with the supply chain, you're seeing some of that stuff now. Ecuador will actually benefit from that. It will quite quite literally make people here wealthier as food prices go up in relation to cost of living, which will not go up here, in any sort of market way, as a result of Ecuador being a society that is very connected to sort of its own supply chain, its own products, its own sort of skills and labor, and so on and so forth. So it's not, it's not connected to a global supply chain and all the other stuff that goes along with living in the more advanced, more developed, economies. So yeah, be happy to chat with your friends about opportunities here if they'd like to. It's definitely an interesting time here to invest. It's kind of, I think we're kind of in the sweet spot. Ecuador really had many years of political instability, as well as many years of monetary instability, right? The currency here collapsed in 99, 2000. Politics were very unstable until 2006. Since then, we haven't had that, but we did have a president who scared people quite a bit in 2000, really starting in 2013. He was in office since 2006, but he started to really scare people in 2013. As a result of that, there was a lot of capital flight. It's really only been in the last couple of few years, that people have started to realize the value that Ecuador has to offer. That's coincided with a time where you do have some geopolitical issues, some issues, like I mentioned, with inflation and supply chains and so on and so forth. And people are realizing the value of a place that has year-round warmth, year-round growing season, friendly culture, easy place to immigrate to, easy place to do business in, legally speaking, and lots and lots of fertile land, lots of natural resources, abundant water, so on and so forth. So definitely an interesting time for places like Ecuador as the world wakes up to that paradigm and that sort of value. Sure. So Robert, there's a 5% exit tax on capital in Ecuador currently. Now, they've been making noise about lowering this a long time. And it looks like now the latest news I've heard is that they're going to at least lower it to 2.5%. So it's just something to take into consideration if you're looking to move capital out of the country, that you need to pay that exit tax in order to do so. And that is still currently on the books. So, all right, guys, if there's no more questions, I'm going to jump out of here. It is Friday evening. I'm going to go have dinner with the family, hang out a little bit. Actually, I have a meeting after this. That's right. I forgot. Then I'll have a little dinner and spend a little time with the family over the weekend. So thanks so much, guys, for being here. I hope you guys do have a lovely weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon.